Many cultures tell stories of trickster spirits or bringers of bad luck. Christian demonology defines these entities as highly intelligent, organized combatants. These are fallen angels, corrupted spirit beings who followed Lucifer and chose pride over obedience to God. Driven by envy and hatred, their strategy focuses on thwarting divine work and subverting human souls through targeted suffering. Specific entities pursue specialized objectives. For instance, the demon Asmodeus focuses on destroying new marriages. Historical texts, like this engraving of the multi-headed Harborim, catalog these rigid, malicious specialties. This militant adversary executes a deliberate operational strategy against humanity. This enemy is bound by strict theological rules, requiring what exorcists call legal rights to strike a human target. Involvement in occult practices or direct curses, a life of sin, or extreme psychological trauma can provide the necessary foothold for an entity to strike. Once a vulnerability is identified, demons initiate a structured, escalating assault on the host. A hostile, calculating force has found and exploited a specific human weakness. The siege begins with infestation. The entity targets the victim's environment with poltergeist activity, foul smells, and unexplained noises, often knocks arriving in groups of 3 to mock the Holy Trinity. During oppression, the tactics move to psychological warfare. The victim experiences severe nightmares, drastic personality changes, and symptoms mimicking a total mental breakdown. The final stage is full possession. The demon bypasses the outer environment and the mind to seize direct control over the physical body. This methodical, staged invasion systematically breaks down a host's defenses before the final takeover. Investigators must rule out natural causes before suspecting the supernatural. Medical and psychiatric examinations ensure the victim isn't suffering from conditions like schizophrenia or Tourette syndrome. True possession requires observable physical phenomena, such as superhuman strength or actual levitation. The Church also looks for cognitive markers, displaying clairvoyance, speaking fluently in unknown languages like Latin, and exhibiting a violent physical revulsion to holy water. The exorcist must profile the invader. They identify if the demon is an apertus, which is open and mocking, or an abditus, which remains hidden for hours. Proving the entity's existence and classifying its operational style allows the exorcist to avoid applying spiritual force to a medical condition. An exorcism functions as the authoritative, forceful military expulsion of a spiritual invader. The exorcist operates with authorization from a bishop, deploying weapons like holy water, relics, and a crucifix. The purple stole and surplice signify official capacity. The traditional 1614 Latin exorcism rite bombards the demon with relentless, aggressive commands and dozens of signs of the cross. The newer 1999 rite shifted the focus from these aggressive, authoritative commands towards supplicatory prayers, a change that some exorcists argue weakens the spiritual pressure applied to the entity. The exorcist acts as a proxy, executing the official authority of the church militant. Malachi Martin outlined an operational timeline for expulsion. It begins with presence and pretense, where the exorcist forces the entity to reveal its true name. During the breakpoint and voice stages, the demon's disguise collapses into panic, resulting in a crescendo of chaotic babble and obscenities. At the clash, the priest applies immense spiritual pressure, issued as direct, uncompromising commands for the entity to yield. Finally, in the expulsion stage, the spiritual pressure breaks the demon's hold, forcing it to vacate the host and return to the abyss. A successful defense against possession requires a highly structured response to this state of spiritual war.